Hello everyone. This is Tena 178, Unit 5, Summative Assessment. My name is Zaid Williams, student number 30002219, study 2000 um, Institute. And once again, good day, everyone. My name is Ed Williams, and this presentation is a reflection of my learning and development during my teaching practice experiments. Not just teaching practice, but science. I will focus on themes such as the child, the teacher, the teaching, and the learning environment. I think each of these themes played a significant role shaping my growth as a future teacher. Uh, I think to this reflection, I want to show how I have become more aware of learners' unique needs, how my role as a teacher has grown, and how my understanding of classroom environment is deepened. I will also show the resources I developed during my teaching science, including a mind map, a poster, and even a reflective journal. I think this journey has helped me to build confidence, improve my planning, um, and I really believe and think that this whole model really shaped me as a person. Now I can learn more. Um, yeah, I think for the lesson planning, I chose to focus on the introduction section of the lesson planning. And the two important considerations for me were activating prior knowledge and setting clear lesson objectives. Both help to create a structural, focused lesson that truly connect with learners. And yeah, I think let's look at this Venn diagram. First, to the first one on the left, with really prior knowledge, this refers to the existing key schemes or mental framework that learners bring with them. Activating prior knowledge helps learners connect new concepts to what they already know. And I think making learning more meaningful. And as you can see on your right hand side, I put engagement strategies in. I think these are really the hooks we use to capture learners' attention. It will be a thought-provoking question, even a short demonstration, a real-world problem. And if we look at the overlaps in the middle, this is definitely where the magic happens. I really remember when we activate prior knowledge and use engagement strategies, um, we really create a learning environment that is familiar and exciting for the learners. It really boosts the learners' engagement and support from the start. And the learning objective, if you can look at the other picture, prior knowledge 80% aligns well with the curriculum goals, but is more applicable. Engagement strategies 90% are strongly aligned with the drive, interest, and the learning objectives. And this is where the important part is the learning objectives 100% definitely must be explicitly stated and directly aligned to the curriculum. And I think the keynotes will definitely be activating prior knowledge, definitely ensure that learning is built on a strong foundation because that's also important. It must be built on a strong foundation. Clear objectives must be built, and these strategies really create an effective and focused introduction to the science. I think the key consideration for this lesson plan will definitely be the lesson progression, differentiation, resources, planning, assessment, because you need to come at a stage where you definitely really, really need plan. In my reflection, I think reflecting on this unit made me more metacognitively aware of how I plan lessons. I realized that checking my own thinking, how I design presentation, reflect I think this allows me to refine lessons for different learners. My peers also helped me see areas of improvement such as spacing, variety in activities, and also the self-evaluation and peer review process really made me more critical of my own work. I've started analyzing why certain things work or not in my lesson planning, but overall, I now intentionally plan with all learners in mind, academically, emotionally, and personally. As we move to the other slide, which is safety in the lab, as you can look at the safety protocols, inclusive strategies, diversities in science, accessibility. I think the lecture simultations really helped me really to visualize proper lab protocols. It emphasizes the importance of being just proactive about safety because safety is always important to demonstrating and directing teaching, especially in practical science lab. And also the inclusive education, it really means a lot. Back to the inclusive universal design learning planning, visual aids, diverse instruction language. I think the inclusive education means where every learner feels and supported labs are diverse, learning tools, visual narration, accessibility inspired me to think about how I can define instructions in my own classroom. It's not just about what I teach, but how I teach. And as we go to the reflecting part, value of simulations, applying safety protocols, recognizing diversity, commitment to inclusion, really reflecting on this experience, I've realized that using inclusive tools like Labster helps not just learners but also us as teachers. It teaches us to think critically about how we deliver our lesson. That's always the most important part. How do you deliver your lesson? And the strategies I've used allowing learners to explore simultaneously on your own page, accommodate different learning style. I've become more aware of how to track my teaching habits, asking myself, am I reaching every learner? Am I giving them equal opportunities to succeed? As we move along to the sensory education, collaboration, creativity, critical thinking, communication. I think this is really an important poster, which I will explain in the next slide. Let's go to I think this is my favorite one, Ubuntu. In that knowledge, I outlined a theoretical framework showing how this can be implemented in real classroom, things like using local real-life science problems, encouraging ethical reflection, acknowledging endogenous knowledge alongside scientific methods. I also tied Ubuntu to the four C's, which I love, of the first century education, critical thinking, communication, creativity, and collaboration. I believe these are the building blocks of modern learning and ally naturally with Ubuntu. And I finally reference a CAPS aligned topic structure of living organisms, where teachers can integrate traditional knowledge, herbs, plants, ecosystem lessons, and so forth. And I love the meaning of Ubuntu. I am because we are. It really promotes using community and shared responsibility. As you can look, critical thinking, creativity, communication, and collaboration, which is really, really, really amazing. As we go forward, the reflective part, I think to this task or unit, I realized how powerful Ubuntu and endogenous knowledge can be in science education by thinking metacognitively reflecting on our bias and the diversity of our learners. I think we can make our classroom more respectful and inclusive. And definitely going forward, these insights will shape my teaching, helping me connect content to real life, diverse experience and community values. It's not just about what we teach, but and why we teach it. And the inspirational quote will be tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, involve me and I learn. And this is really, really learner centeredness, engagement to collaboration, and science as a community tool. And reflecting on the community, I think community science engagement connects classroom learning with real world issues through projects, workshops, even local collaboration. Learners can apply science, solve community problems, and do practical work. And back to the quote, it reminds me us that science is not just confident to textbooks, it can really transform lives, community engagement, teaches learners to take really, really responsibility and become proactive citizens, which is also important. And yeah, I think this unit really helped me to realize how meaningful community contents are in science education. And I really plan to involve parents, elders, and local experts in my teaching. Definitely using metacognitive awareness, I will evaluate which project really resonates with the learners. To come to the conclusion, I want to thank you. I want to thank my peers for the support, my mentors, teachers. I want to thank my lecturers at Togi. I want to thank you to my classmates for the peers reviews, to my mentors, teachers for encouraging, reflecting, and to our lecturers for equipping us with these tools. I think this model has grown me in every way as a teacher and a person. Thank you.